Did Brian buy a bad bottle of Early Times Bottled in Bond? Well, we're going to figure that out. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
So Brian tells me that his Early Times Bottled in Bond has a very bad nose and a
worse taste,
and an even worse taste.
Unfortunately, I think now my concern is it's switched over to being distributed and out of Sazerac
instead of Brown-Forman.
So
if you find the black top, it's Brown-Forman, right? Black top.
Yes, I think that's the old one.
And this blue top.
The blue is the new.
Although both of us have a Sazerac.
Right. So I buy this bottle quite often, and I was down in Louisville, and they had it available. I called my son. I said, "Hey, you want a bottle of Early Times?" Because he likes it just as much as I do. So I get it and give it to him, and it was just ironic. A couple of weeks ago, he goes, "Dad, have you drank that Early Times?" And I said, "Yeah, I have. It's terrible." And he goes, "I know." He goes, "It is awful." He goes, "It tastes like I can't put my finger on it." And I said, "A permanent marker?" He said, "Yes, that's it." So it tastes like a permanent marker.
And we know this is good bourbon.
So we're going to compare these two. Right. And unfortunately, I think I've wasted my $27 that I spent on that. Yeah. But I wanted Jordan to
compare them.
Enjoy the experience because it's
enjoy it.
So I hope there is some enjoyment.
I'll let you pour yours in there, and then I'll pour mine there. This bottle was provided to me by Uncle Monty, Erica's uncle. So Aunt Chris commented on my Facebook post the other day of our how we got into bourbon and said she really enjoyed it. So if you're watching this, Aunt Chris and Uncle Monty, thank you for bringing that bottle to me down here last year. So
this would be yours, which is presumably the good one. So
this is the bad one, right?
Right.
Yep.
So let's maybe
nose them first.
Yeah. Nose three. So here I'm gonna
start the good one.
I'm gonna start with the good one.
Yeah.
Which I get a little bit of some of the other elements that I'm getting that you're going to get out of this other one.
It's more though. There's a sweet note to it.
Sweet, harsher.
Yeah, and then there's a kind of a fresh cut oak kind of thing. I think.
Yeah, but that's more traditionally what I remember from my
which isn't a bad thing. Which isn't a bad thing.
That's good stuff.
So let's go with this horrible stuff here. Oh yeah.
So
dog hair or something.
Oh man, it's. Have you ever had a permanent marker and put it in your mouth and then was chewing on it and then it broke?
No, but if I did that,
in a second, I think that's what you're going to experience.
If I did that,
so let's
go in with the good one first.
Yeah,
we always got to taste good whiskey first. Good, sweet.
Yeah.
Brown sugar. There's a little pop on the proof at the back end of it.
Yeah, this is a sleeper. It's always one of my sleeper bottles.
Yeah.
With one I would include that everybody should have for the price. They become a little harder to find here lately, but they're you can still get them.
Yeah. We don't see them in Indiana.
Yeah, they're not around Indiana too much. I think if you venture into Kentucky, which is an hour from us,
should be able to find one.
I get those there. But
one thing real quick, whenever Eric and I travel down to Tennessee, we go to East Tennessee a lot. There's a certain liquor store I stopped by last June. They had Early Times Bottled in Bond. Obviously Uncle Monty had just brought this to me, so I didn't pick it up because it was $28, and this is 1 liter. It's not $7.50. It's 1 liter. And went back in December, and same exact bottle on the same exact shelf is $90.
Oh wow! Yeah, not a $90 bourbon. So.
No, not at all. Especially
it is good.
Especially if you get one that tastes like permanent marker.
Yeah, definitely beware for $90.
It's crazy is how different the two noses are. Just the nose.
Yeah, wait till the taste.
yeah. Let's go in for this sip. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, so a permanent marker. That's all it is. It's like a permanent marker.
Sour, bitter.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping. How you got this bottle? How long ago?
Uncle Monty usually comes by in May, and I think it was Derby weekend in May.
Okay.
So that's the first weekend in May.
Okay. So that's
Of 2023.
Okay, so
2023 is whenever
almost
Uncle
a year
Monty-
ago. So this,
Which I don't hit it very often, apparently, which I love it.
so this is one I typically do, and I love this one. So I actually bought 2 bottles of this, and I forced myself through the first one.
You've already had one.
Yes, and,
Oh,
and
geez.
it was just, I thought it's going to change, and when the profile's going to change, and it didn't. It was horrible. It didn't mix well with anything.
No.
It was just bad. So unfortunately, I think this happens. I don't know what happened, but my son got a bad bottle. I got a bad bottle. So I think it's time to just maybe let this one go back to the bourbon heavens, and I'm gonna have to maybe do a drain pour on that one. And
Or if you work for Sazerac and somehow you're watching, contact Brian and come back and get this bottle.
right, win me back. Win me back. I want to love early times. It was one of my favorites.
Do they do any batch number? No, they don't. But that's I wouldn't say that when you told me that I had my doubts, but I thought, how bad could it be? But even
just the nose,
just smelling it, like
it's
completely different.
I don't say it's not rancid. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's bad. Like it's gonna make you sick, obviously, but it's just bad nose.
You drank one bottle, so obviously.
I shared it with other people to see how they thought about it too. So I didn't finish. I didn't do the whole bottle myself, but
it's so
just,
bitter.
There's just something wrong with it. Like I said,
permanent marker, bitter. Like I think initially I said on the nose, dog hair.
Yeah, I think Brandon, my son, said fingernail polish.
Yeah, there's.
So I think that's more of the permanent marker type of element. Something in that category.
Something's definitely not right.
Rough.
Because the nose on this one is sweet. Like I said, like that. I get a lot of that, like fresh cut oak kind of thing. And then,
it's an oaky.
Yeah, and then
definitely an oaky bourbon.
But then the taste of it though is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad. So it
So-
sounds like we answered the question. Did Brian buy a bad bottle of Early Times? I think as an independent viewing of it, yes.
So has this happened to you? Have you ever bought a bad bottle? Share with us if you have. Share with us if you had an Early Times that's bad. Maybe there was just a bad run a few months ago.
Right.
I hope, because I'm going to try it one more time. If it tastes like that, I'm done.
No more. So all right. Well, as we always say, when you're with your family and your friends, share your whiskey.
Share your whiskey.